Good day, Bob here at Weldnrust, and we've got some more work to do on this back panel. We got a bit of a reverse curve in here, and I've got some straightening to do. This didn't turn out as straight as I would hope, so hopefully we're going to fix that today. And another interesting surprise. Here, show you. See where the gauge is here. See where my start and end points are. Compared to this side, oh surprise, they're different. Yeah, should be able to see the light in there, and that's not matching very well. So the trick is we're going to try and make this match the other side. So my new plan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch in here, and getting a shrink or stretch in here is a bit of a pain. So what I'm going to do is the old-fashioned way. Hammer and dolly, because as I hit it, I'll squeeze it and I'll stretch it and hopefully get more curve in here. I've also learned from the last bit that you saw me do, I'm going to need something a little bit bigger. So what I've done was I've taken my ball peen and I've ground the face a little bit more of a radius, more smoother. Hopefully that will work a bit better. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You'd be amazed what you could do with a hammer and a dolly. See, that's a little bit better. It probably won't be perfect once I weld it, but it's a lot better than what it was. Okay, my new confession. Not really sure what I'm doing. So what I've decided to do is go back to the paper pattern and read what it was telling me to do, which was basically putting stretches in here. I'm figuring on the steel, I'll be bending this, but if the paper is telling me to stretch it, I'm going to see what happens. What's the worst that can go wrong? Okay. I picked up a bag of recycled glass I used for my sandblaster. One of the days I'm going to get one of those bags, leather bags where you put shot or sand in. Haven't got one of them yet. So in the meantime, I got the bag. I put a towel over it to protect it, keep it from ripping. If the towel's too thin, you make little marks in it. But it's a quick and dirty shot bag. And the other thing I did is I took one of my old rubber mallets and I just ground a radius on it. So we're going to see how this works. I still got some more forming to do. But as I push this down, this pushes out. I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but it's almost telling me it's got to shrink in here to come down. Okay, we're going to just try some shrinks and see what happens. When I did the shrinks in here, it didn't do a whole lot. And if I push this down to match, up here is all right. It really kicks this out like a good inch, so that ain't gonna work. And the other issue I've got is when I put the shrinks in, you won't be able to see it on camera because it's so subtle, but it actually put a crown on here, and I wanted the opposite shape. I wanted it to concave in here. And also got rid of the concave in here as well, which is not good. I think I've got another plan. Well, it's a new day and a new perspective. This don't work. Feel free to put something in the comments if you can figure out what I did wrong. I'd appreciate it. But I think I'm going to have to go back to my old tried and true way of doing things. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to fight it, I'm going to make it in 3 panels. Well, the third panel would have been just the flange that's on the end, which I'm not going to deal with until I actually have the fender off. But what I want to make is 2 panels, one for the top, one for the bottom. Top one, let's start with the bottom one, because this is mostly straight, simple bending. This is a reverse curve, and the reverse curve starts about here. So I spent the morning doing my research, doing the same thing you guys are doing, watching YouTube. And what I found is when they make these panels, the biggest thing is they stretch on either side. In this case, I'll probably do more stretch on this side than this side. But that's my new plan, is I'm just going to make a panel for here, reversed obviously for the other side. And if I screw this one up, it's only a small piece of metal I screwed up this time. When we lay the panel down on here, what I see happening is, for doing the reverse curve, I don't do any wheeling in here. That's my constraint point. In fact, I shouldn't do any wheeling right up in here either. Reason being is this is going to be flat. So what that tells me, most of it is going to be in this area. There might be a little bit here. Makes perfect sense to you, doesn't it? Yeah, gotta love cat scratches. All right, let's get working. after a little bit of work. Been stretching in here, stretched a little bit in here. And I also, some use the rubber band before the video quit. Sorry about that. Where I went across here with a rubber band in the wheel to give it curve this way. But as you can see, this is not doing what I was hoping it would do. I think one of the issues we're having is this piece is doing a lot of different things. It's not a simple reverse curve because it's going to a taper to nothing. And I don't think the metal likes to work in that many different directions at any given time. What I think might be happening is I need a little bit more stretch. I think that's what one of the issue is than the wheel is giving me. So I figure I'd break out the shrinker stretcher again and stretch some more and see what happens. Well, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it's definitely coming up more this way, which is what I wanted. This might actually work. My only concern is I'm not sure if I've got enough reverse curve in this area. This looks really good, but it sits a little higher than I like for here. And it's one of those, do I want to continue forming it with the mallet because it is subtle, or try and do some more shrink? But it's looking good. So I did a little bit of manipulating off camera, just a little bit of tapping here and there, a little bit of tweaking, just to see how close I got it. And it was actually pretty good. Okay. It still likes to have a bit of a tweak in it, but I'm not worried about that yet. What I am concerned with is how well it's going to match this side. So I brought it up to here, compared here, it's flat. It's got a little bit of a crown on it. I'm more concerned as I get up here, because I got about here, about 1/8 of an inch gap. Here I got 1/8 of an inch gap. This is what I'm looking for. Make sure that this and this are matched. Well, I think that's all we have time for this week. I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more done next week. Anyways, we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.